What up? What up? What up? What up? What's popping? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Well, let me double check, make sure the volumes and all that shit is good. Let me make sure that's good. Hold on one second. Let me double check, make sure the volumes and all that shit is good. All right. Make sure that's all right. We are doing good. All right. So what's up, people? What's popping? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. Big Stain in the building. Was good. Aaron B. V. Sign. What up? You have mad. What does that say? Was good. Andrew was popping. Global voice of the manosphere. AJ was good. Roy Nell was good. Handsome Bachelor Lifestyle. Gregory Allen was popping with you. What's up? So before we get into anything, hold on one second. Let me break this shit. All right, make sure you guys get the likes up. Make sure you guys hit the donate button. What up, Kenneth Brown? Was good. Lee Troy, what's going on? What is the deal? Mr. Sharp was good. Helio, what's going on, bro? Going from the Netherlands. That's what's up, man. Professor Rich in the building, what's going on? So today I wanted to talk about something that, I feel like I need to keep talking about for some reason. I don't know why this keeps coming up. What up, Coach Salim? What up? I don't know why this keeps coming up. Shout out to April MC in the chat. What's going on with you? What is going on with you? Man. Fabian K, you said Plenty of Fish live cam. Motherfuckers be acting like Sims. So today I wanted to talk about this thing. So I titled the show, This Always Happens When You Date Women, right? This is always going to happen when you date women. Now, what am I talking about? Right now, let me read a comment that I got under one of my last videos. So I put a video up the other day where I was talking about how, a lot of people engage in fake exclusive relationships. And so in that video, I was talking about how you're going to be in situations where the girl that you're dating, right? She's going to also be dating other men. You understand? When you're dating a chick, when this is not your girlfriend, this is not your wife, this is a girl you're going out with, y'all hooking up, y'all just chilling, you're doing your thing, right? This girl is going to be having sex and dating other guys, right? Now, as somebody write a comment, I'm gonna pull up the comment real quick, and I'm gonna talk about it. And so someone named Mr. Hoop Fan, he said, I disagree, but to each their own. When chicks are getting dug out by other dudes while you guys are dating, don't get exclusive with them unless you're in an open relationship. Now, this is what I think he might have thought. Maybe he thought when I said dating, I mean they're actually boyfriend and girlfriend, right? No, when I say dating, I'm talking about dating means you guys are not boyfriend and girlfriend. You're not husband and wife. Y'all are just kicking it. Y'all just chilling. You understand? Y'all just having a good time right now. Right? And so what was interesting is people were, responding and making comments. And I responded to them and I said, all women are getting dug out by other guys while you're dating. So I'm basically saying, look, if you're dating a chick, right, you are going to be dealing with the chick who's also going to be fucking with other dudes. And there's nothing you can do about that, right? So I said, look, all women are going to get dug out by guys while you're dating. And he says, LOL, in your experience. No, it's not my experience. It's not just my experience. This is everyone's experience. You understand? This is not just my experience. See, maybe you may be ignorant to the situation, but it's not just my experience. What up, Big Dog Mouse? You say you saw me on Fulton Street? Yeah, I live in Brooklyn, right? So, you know, somebody else wrote a comment. They said, that's not true. It's just the type of woman you're around, right? Which is BS also. It's not about the type of woman you're around, right? Because what happens is this. When you meet a woman, let's say you meet a woman off of Tinder, you meet a woman off of another site, or you meet a woman at a bar, whatever, before you met her, she most likely had other guys she was dealing with. You understand what I'm saying? She most likely had other guys she was dealing with. So a lot of times when you're sitting there thinking that you're finding this woman who's just chilling at home, reading the Bible and knitting sweaters, you're being ridiculous. You understand? You have to understand that women are going to be out here dating other guys when you meet them, right? And also this other dude named Steven, he wrote, he said, bro, there are women who aren't whores, fam. Find one, bro. I know girls. He said, I know virgins and women who are waiting for marriage. Not everything is the same. Some are deeply conscious about sex. Now, this is the thing. There are women who are out here saying, hey, I'm waiting for marriage. There are women out here who, they're on this thing where they're not really fucking like that. But usually what happens is those chicks were fucking like that, and now they're not fucking like that. Usually, if they're not a virgin. So you're going to have virgins, but usually the virgins are young. You understand? These are the, fucking 18-year-olds. You understand what I'm saying? And most of y'all aren't really checking for 18-year-olds. You understand what I'm saying? Most of y'all aren't really going out there hollering at 18-year-olds. Dudes is in their late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, talking about virgins. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, you could find a virgin, but one, you're going to have to, search for the young joints. You understand what I'm saying? And you have to deal with that 18-year-old energy. But two, a lot of the chicks who saying, oh, I'm saving myself for this and saving myself for that, those are women who were fucking and doing a bunch of stuff. And now they're like, well, I'm a born again virgin. I'm not doing that anymore. That was my old life. I'm not really messing with that. You understand what I'm saying? But just in general, 90-something% of the women that you meet are dealing with other dudes. I don't understand why dudes don't want to come to terms with this. You understand? Shout out to my dude Bryce. He said 99% of single women are dealing with other guys, period. There's also a chance that women in relationships or married getting it in on the side. Exactly. But see, a lot of guys don't want to come to terms with this because it means that they have to face reality and be like, God damn, this is what is actually going on out here. You understand? Because look, especially in today's time, right? You got Tinder, you got all these other dating sites. You got it. It's so easy for women to get attention and for women to get dick. On top of that, women nowadays, which is different from back in the day. Back in the day, women would need a guy specifically, or I would say, a good portion of her need for the guy was financial, right? But since women have their own money, women have their own shit, they're like, I could just go out here and get it in and pick the guys I want to fuck and fuck them. So these women are out here getting it popping. They're getting it popping. And so I just don't want guys to be out there being naive as a motherfucker. Do not be out here being naive. This is what I'm saying. Y'all do not want to be out here being naive. You understand? Shout out to my dude K-Zag and 20 in the chat. It's like, I don't understand why dudes are still, like, I had this dude leave a comment the other day because I was talking about fuck buddies. And he was saying, well, if a chick is a fuck buddy, wouldn't that disqualify her from being a good girlfriend? What up, 18 was popping? He's like, would that disqualify her from being a good girlfriend if you met her and y'all was just on some fuck buddy shit at the moment? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, because she's fucking all these people besides me. So wouldn't that make it to where she wouldn't be a good girlfriend? I'm like, bruh, this is what happens when you're hooking up with women. This is what happens when you're dating. So if any girlfriend you have, right, any woman you make your girlfriend is a woman who was fucking other dudes prior to meeting you. And while she is with you and y'all are not boyfriend and girlfriend, she is also fucking other dudes. You understand? Don't make these chicks fucking make you think that they're not out here making it happen. You understand? What makes you don't I'm telling you guys, do not sit there and look, again, there are women out there who are virgins. They're out there. There are women out there who are fucking on some, they're not as sexual as other women because they have low sex drives. But those are in the minority. And my thing is, do you really want that chick anyway? This is what I always ask you guys this. Do you guys want a chick with a low sex drive? I mean, some of y'all might. I don't know. I'm just asking. Because, like, look, there was a chick that I fucked with, right? And she told me she was only with 2 dudes, right? In her life. And at first, I was like, this chick's bullshitting. Because I never believe chicks when they say that shit. I'm like, shut up. You ain't been with no 2 dudes, right? But then, when we started fucking, when we started getting it in, I was like, I believe this chick's only been with 2 dudes. You understand what I'm saying? Because the sex wasn't bad. I ain't gonna shit on it like it was terrible. But what happened was she said that she's never given head. And I was like, that's some bullshit. Like, why is this chick telling me these fucking lies, right? This is what I'm thinking. But then when she started to, give me head and shit, the shit was terrible. And at first I was like, is she on purpose trying to give whack head so she don't, I'm like, does she not want to give head and just give it whack head on purpose? Right? But I'm looking at the way she doing it and shit. And I'm just like, yo, this chick don't know what the fuck she doing. Because she ain't got no fucking, experience giving head. Aaron B says she's acting. Oh, man. Nah, and it was funny because I knew she wasn't acting because there was this one time I fucked this lesbian chick, and that shit was terrible too. And it reminded me of when I was fucking with the lesbian chick, where the whack head was just so terrible. You understand? That's what I'm saying. So yeah, there's chicks out there who are, here and there not really getting shit popping like that. But a good majority of women that you fuck with are going to always be fucking with other dudes. I want you guys to really, really, really understand this. I want y'all to understand this. Because in the comment, the dude was like, oh, well, maybe it's the girls you're dealing with. No, it's women in general. It's women in general. That's like me saying, yo, these chicks out here is emotional. Well, maybe it's the women you're dealing with. Really? Really? That's like me saying, these chicks out here, they fucking, they're out here trying to like get the best guy that they could, attract, And they're like, well, maybe that's the woman you're dealing with. No, this is just how women are. It's just how it is. So I don't understand where dudes get this thing where they really think that women are not out here getting it in. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Dudes are in denial heavy. They're in denial heavy. You're in super denial. But what's going on in the chat? In the chat, people, almost fucking shaking up in there and shit for a second. What's going on in the chat, people? But the call-in number is 646-481-3901. If people want to call up, that's the call-in number. All right, hold on. Yo, what up?
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Lucario?
What's going on?
Not much. How about you?
I'm chilling. What's the deal?
So, I was wondering, what do you think about having having a more attractive lifestyle, having a more masculine kind of lifestyle to improve your overall sex appeal? Like, let's say you go to work out more, do like masculine activities, like do martial arts, or let's say, what if you join like the military or like a firefighter or and also like have like a group of boys, or guys that you hang out with. Like, I mean, I know it's not going to automatically get you the girls, but do you think doing any of that stuff to improve like your masculinity overall and your lifestyle, would that help to attract women?
Well, this is the thing. What it is not necessarily you doing those things, which can help in a certain way, but it's more so how do you feel? It's about how do you feel about the things you're doing, because the things you're doing elicit a certain feeling within you, and then that feeling within you comes out when you're interacting with chicks or they feel that same energy. So if you're feeling good about yourself, you're feeling confident about yourself, you're feeling good about the lifestyle you're leading, you feel good about the things that you're doing, right? That's going to come out in the energy that you put out when you're dealing with women. So this is kind of like, when dudes are talking about, getting on your purpose, that's really the essence of what that means. But it's more so, it's not that within itself is going to get you women automatically, but it helps because what happens is that if you're exuding a more positive, more confident energy around women, then that's what's going to make them fuck with you. But doing those things usually makes you exude a more powerful, more confident energy when you're around women. So it's like, so you can do those things, but it's all depending on how it makes you feel, even outside of thinking about women. Because the thing is, you could be going to the gym, working out, doing a whole bunch of, stuff with your life or whatever, but you can be doing all of that and still feel insecure about yourself. You can be doing all of that and still feel, like you're not that dude. You understand what I'm saying? So it's at the end of the day, it's about how you feel inside. Now, those things can help you to feel a certain type of way, right? But it's still about how you feel at the end of the day. So those things help only if it relates to making you feel, better about yourself. And then that thing is going to, make you overall be a more attractive guy to women in general when you're talking to them, dealing with them, and interacting with them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So like, it's just because, let's say you're in the military, girls may think, oh, you're a strong hero, like a police officer, like you're a strong hero. Like, doesn't automatically mean they're going to be sexually appealed to you, but you're saying living that life, if you learn to translate that into your sex life, then it could help. You're saying, depending on how you use that or translate it.
Yeah, well, it's just all about the energy though, because what it is that it's not just about doing the thing. It's about how it's like this. At the end of the day, it's about how you feel. So let's say if you were a guy who was feeling down about himself, right? And then let's say you start working out and start getting fit, and that makes you feel better about yourself. So now, instead of going to a party and feeling down about yourself, right, you might go to another party and feel good about yourself based off the fact that you've been working out. So now that you feel better about yourself based off of that, that better feeling comes out when you're dealing with the girl. You see what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is just a transfer of energy when you're interacting with the chick, which makes her feel that attraction for you. But it's not specifically just doing the thing, because you have two guys doing the same exact thing, but one, he's just doing it, but it doesn't do anything for him. He doesn't feel the feeling. Then you have the other guy who feels the feeling. So the guy who's going to be more attractive is the guy who feels the feeling. But also, this could also be the thing too, is that you don't necessarily need to do any of those things to feel the feeling at the end of the day if you just feel the feeling. You see what I'm saying? But the thing that is the most important thing is how you feel inside. You understand? About yourself. So if those things can help you feel that, then cool. But at the end of the day, it's still about the feeling. You see what I'm saying? And that's going to be the thing that, you know, gravitates the chicks towards you, that make them see you as more attractive than they probably would have in the first place. You see what I'm saying?
What about, like, let's say if you do, like, you're a musician, or like a rapper, or a rock star, or a country singer, or a pop star, and
right.
I know a lot of women, they like to get swooned by guys, you know, like, who do that, like, you know, it riles their emotions up.
Mm-hmm.
But doing that that's still not going to be enough.
As far as you talking about, like if a dude gets groupies and all that other shit,
or just because, you know, he's up on stage and, like, you know, he's you know, playing his music, or, you know, performing, and, like, girls, they you know, they're cheering for him like crazy. Like, that's not enough though to, like, get the girls to, like, you know, go out with them or have sex with them.
No, that could be enough in the sense of on a surface level situation. But what I'm saying though is that, let's say, for example, you are, let's say you're a musician, right? And you're like you said, you're playing at some spot or whatever, and they see you on stage and they're like, oh my God, that was so cool, whatever, and they're being all groupied out. Right now, what's going to happen is this, and this is something I talked about in my program, the Truth About the Game seminar, which all you guys should get at MrLocario.com. But anyway, so what happens is, from the time you meet a woman, right, to the time you're actually about to stick your dick in her and have sex, right, there are things in between that time that can cause it to where you won't actually have sex with her. You understand? So what I mean is this, right? So that's what I'm saying. So yeah, there can be times where a woman may be on some groupie shit and like the guy because, oh, he's, you know, this guy who's a singer and he's like looking all cool and shit. But let's say that guy is awkward. Let's say that guy is super insecure. And so the girl wants to give him some pussy, but he fucks it up because he's goofy. You feel what I'm saying? And so now, even though he was able to attract the woman based off of that encounter of him being that musician in that situation, him being a lame made him not get the pussy. Just like how a dude can attract a woman based off of his looks, and she's like, oh, he looks so good. But then when he starts talking, starts interacting with her, now she don't want to fuck him anymore. You understand what I'm saying? Right.
Same idea, yeah. Like, just looking good in person, then if she, you know, gets disappointed by, like, how he interacted with her in person,
right?
You know, then that could, you know, screw it up for him,
right? So that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that the guy within himself overall needs to have that confident, you know, energy within him at all times, right? So that he just exudes that naturally, regardless. So him being that musician is just a bonus. So that's going to get him the chicks to gravitate to him easy, but then he'll be able to, you know, close the deal more often than not because he already is that guy who exudes that energy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you still can't escape around learning the whole game, right? Learning how to actually seduce women.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Because look, there's a lot of people who are just because they're famous, you know what I'm saying, or because they're a musician, or because they have some sort of clout or status or whatever. There's a lot of people who are in those positions who still miss out on situations because their game was weak. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I remember, who was it? Was it I think it was Drake, when he was trying to smash that porn star and she played him.
Yeah, Khalifa.
Yes, exactly. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not just because, oh, well, this and that, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, of course, Drake is going to get his fair share of chicks who's going to try to fuck with him. But what I'm saying is that you don't want to really just be relying on, like those type of things to be the things that make the shit pop off. Because let's say, for example, you using your musician shit to try to get you the chicks. It's like, all right, cool. So what happens when you stop being a musician, or you decide that that's not what you want to do anymore, or something happens where, life occurs and shit don't go that way anymore, and you're not able to use that as part of your game to get the chicks? What else do you have to do? What else do you have in your arsenal to make shit pop off? And so what I'm saying is that you want to make sure that within yourself, you already gained up within yourself at all times. So it don't matter if you got money or no money, or you got this status or no status, or whatever the fuck it is. So you're able to really get the shit going. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're saying, yeah, like what happens if, you no longer have the looks, money, status.
Right, exactly. Right. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, that's what I'm trying to, but see that when you have that game, you don't, that's within you always. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what it is, bro. But yo, man, I appreciate the call, my brother. I got a few more of these and I'm holla. All right.
All right. Thanks again, Mr. Lucario.
All right. Peace. All right. So the caller number 646-481-3901. Hold on. You.
Hey, what's going on, Lucario? This is AT from the chat, man.
What's popping, brother? What's going on, man?
Oh, chilling, man. I just wanted to call up because it was something I forgot to ask yesterday when you're on the live stream, and it was about like I said, I showed some ladies your videos, and everyone talking about like oh, your wife or girlfriend must have low self-esteem, because they wouldn't be in that.
Right.
But also because put them on your videos or showed them like Kay Zagan or Alan Roger Curry, they were saying like, oh, you guys sound like hurt men. Like, oh, you must have been through something with ladies, or, who hurt you. And because he was saying, because it's like they're close to me and they're like, I don't want you to turn out like them. And I'm like, I don't think they're hurt guys. They just know what's going on. But, these ladies are insistent you guys are hurt men, or, you've been traumatized by women. So now you're, rationalize every woman or all women. And I know that's not the case, but that's the feeling they get from seeing a few of your videos. So, what do you have to say about that? And have you heard that from ladies before?
Oh yeah, of course. That's always that's always the go-to. You're like, who hurt you? You've been again, this is what I said on one of my last videos where I was talking about why women can't tell you the truth. Because again, they need to say that type of shit for their survival. They can't tell you, like if I'm telling you, look, these chicks out here fucking and sucking like crazy, right? They can't admit to you, oh yeah, he's right. I actually did have sex with that guy I met yesterday, and then the other guy I met last week, I let him wait. They're not gonna say that shit because it's not gonna make them look good. They're not gonna say, hey, you know what? There is a guy who I know is better for me, but I'm kind of playing that dude. But I'm keep chasing this asshole who keeps shitting on me. They're not gonna say that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, because it doesn't seem it doesn't make them look good. You understand what I'm saying? At all. So of course they can't admit that. So when they hear us say this type of stuff, what happens is that they don't want other men to be influenced by guys giving out the game. You understand what I'm saying? That's all it is. Because this is the thing. If I tell dudes, listen, these chicks are out here having sex like crazy, and I say, but they tell other guys they gotta wait to have sex, but there's other guys they're having sex with. The next guy who deals with the woman who says, hey, we gotta wait, or let's hang out more, let's do this, he's not gonna go for that. So it fucking crumbles their whole situation, just like they can't admit it. Because imagine a woman, let's say you met a girl, right? And she's like, you like, hey, let's get together and hook up, right? And then she tells you, hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I do hook up with dudes all the time, but I'm just choosing not to hook up with you for whatever reason. You're not going to do anything with that woman. You're like, well, listen, I'm not going to fucking go on 3 dates with you and spend all this time with you when I know you've been fucking and sucking these other dudes. I'm not going to do it. So that's why they have to act like, oh, well, I'm this woman who doesn't do that. And it's other women. Because again, I said like this, I said, women, you know, when it comes to this type of shit, women act like racists, meaning it's like there is racism, but it's not me. It's the rest of these motherfuckers. It's the rest of these white people. You know, the white person's like, well, I'm not racist. It's not me. It's all the other white people. And that's what every white person says to you. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
right. I mean, that's what, you know, I agree, but that's what I try to at least, get a female's perspective and see what they're going to say. And immediately, because, I've seen you, ARC, K-Zag, and those are hurt guys, or, because they're generalizing all women. I'm like, they don't say all women. I'm like, they say women, yeah, but, I've listened to you you guys long enough. They don't say every single solitary woman, but it's like the majority of them do that. And because I've been dating, I've interacted with a lot of women, you see repetitive patterns over and over and over.
Right, exactly.
So there's a lot more women.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. The thing is, see, dudes like myself, dudes like you, dudes like ARC, dudes like K-Zaggin, dudes like Eddie Fuse, dudes like Steve Dedeen, dudes who actually go out there and have been with multiple women who've seen the difference. Because I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I've been the dude who, look, there was a guy that I was real cool with years ago. You know what I'm saying? And we were still cool. We just sort of I think he moved away or whatever. But anyway, there was a chick that this nigga was like in love with that I smashed. But I didn't know that I didn't know this was the chick at the time. But I remember I would see him at different parties and shit every blue moon. And so he would tell me, I remember the last 3 parties I saw him at, he was like, yo, I met this girl, blah, blah, blah. And my question was like, oh, so did you hit it? And he's like, nah, she different, right? so then next time I saw him, he's still talking about this girl. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is this chick? Like, so I'm thinking, I'm like, what's good? He still didn't hit it, right? Third time I seen this motherfucker talking about this chick, right? So then I said, bro, you got a picture of this girl? Let me see how this girl look. He showed me the picture, right? That girl he showed the picture to of me, the picture that he showed to me was a chick I smashed a few weeks ago who I met on the first night. You understand what I'm saying? But she's telling this motherfucker, oh, let's wait. Let's get to know each other. Let's, take it slow. And he's like, oh, she's one of those good girls. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So this is what they do. You know what I mean? And so it ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying that's what it is. But the thing is, women will never admit to that, because to admit to that it's going to take away their power to sort of manipulate other guys into doing other things. Because if most guys knew that women are like this, every other guy is going to be like, yo, I want to be the guy you fucking. I don't want to have to wait. You know what I'm saying? So then that makes it to where she can't get dudes to spend a lot of money on her, give her a lot of attention. You understand? So that takes away all her shit. So of course she gonna say a dude like me is bitter and yo, don't listen to him. He don't know what he's talking about, because deep down what they're saying is, damn, this nigga's giving away the game. You understand? And they don't like that shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. And I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I was that guy taking girls out, thinking, oh, she's a good girl. Late, only to find out later somebody else coming to be snatching.
Right, exactly. I've been on that side too. Right, exactly.
Right, and then years later, once I got on game and knew what it was, I was the guy hooking up with a girl that she's like, don't mess up my hair. I got a date.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, yo, listen. I remember I was at a hotel with this chick, man, and we was fucking around and shit, and then her phone was just fucking blowing the fuck up, and so she's in the fucking hotel with me. I'm in the bathroom, but I could hear her talking on the phone. She picked up the phone. She tells the dude, "Oh, hey, what's up? I'm still at work. I can meet you at this time, that time, whatever." So she's fucking getting ready to bounce from the hotel with me. So she tells the dude to meet her. I think it was like 3 or 4 blocks from the hotel. And then when she was getting dressed, she put some sort of, I don't know what the fuck it was. She put some sort of like marble or some type of shit in her pussy to keep the pussy tight. I don't know what the fuck that shit was, but she put something in her pussy to keep it tight. And then she got dressed and shit and went to go see this nigga on a date. You understand what I'm saying? And so,
Right.
so she's going on a date with this dude who she's probably not going to actually, fuck. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's she was telling me it's the first date and all this other shit. And I'm just like, this is what goes down. You see what I'm saying? Or she probably did fuck him. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But again, that's still how the shit goes. You see what I mean? So and that's probably why she was putting the shit in there so it could stay tight. You know what I'm saying? So,
oh, yeah. Right. I've had girls say, oh, they didn't shave before they saw me, or they put on like ugly underwear to keep them from doing it.
Right.
They was already hooking up with somebody else, so they're like, I don't want to get 2 dicks in one night.
Exactly. Exactly, bro. Trust me, I've been through that all. I've seen it all. This is what I'm saying. Like chicks will do that shit where they'll be, because this is what guys don't understand. When you're meeting up with a woman, right? In some cases, not all, but in some cases, there are times where she's just coming from seeing another dude. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's times that she's literally just coming from seeing another guy. You understand? So you going on a date with this chick. This is the first date you went on. She just came from her fuck buddy, and now she's coming to see you. I've had them out, like I was on, I've been on both ends of them shits, because there was times where, because I'm very straightforward with a lot of these chicks when I if I date them or go out on a date or hang out with them. And I remember this one girl, she met me for this for some drinks and shit. And soon as she got there, I gave her a hug and I said, yo, you smell like you just had sex. And she started busting out laughing. She started busting out laughing. She's like, she's like, what? And I was like, come on, you ain't got to bullshit me. And then she was like, all right, well, this is this guy I'm seeing, and we kind of hook up sometimes. And I'm like, exactly. You see what I'm saying? So this shit goes down. But dudes is out here thinking, oh, but no, there's these good girls out here. And I'm like, yeah, there are some girls out there who aren't going crazy like some other girls, but it's a smaller percentage. And usually what happens is those girls, you wouldn't even be dealing with anyway. You understand what I'm saying? You wouldn't even be dealing with them. You understand what I'm saying? Those chicks is like, I have a cousin who she's in her probably, I think 40s right now. I think she just turned 40. And this woman, I think probably had sex with like, I don't know, from what I know personally, like 3, but it could be maybe 4, if that much. You understand what I'm saying? But from all of the shit she told me, but also knowing her for my whole life, I'm like, this is the type of woman I can tell she's not fucking around. But the thing with her though is she got a low sex drive, right? And she would go out with dudes, but she don't really. It's like, in order to make something happen with her, it's like you gotta fucking pull teeth and do a whole bunch of bullshit, which happens with a lot of those type of girls, because they look at sex as something like this holy grail special thing, like they're the only ones with vaginas or some shit. And it's just like, no, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to try to make that happen, that's cool, but understand that those are the chicks who their sex drives aren't at that point where they want to make it happen, which means that if you do get with them, right? One, the sex most likely won't be that good because they haven't really been doing their thing. And two, it's going to be a chick who probably has a low sex drive. So if you're a guy who likes to fuck, that's not the type of chick you want to be with anyway. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, right. Absolutely. Yeah, I've had talked to those girls. Those are the ones that'll argue with you about wanting sex too quickly. I'm not like that. I don't just share my essence with any man.
Right. Well, that's...
Yeah, I've been there.
And then the thing is, what happens is those girls are the ones who, it's like, okay, what up, oh Johnny, what's popping in the chat? It's like, you know what it is? It's funny because those women, what they'll do is that they put their own pussy on a pedestal. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And so what they'll do is they try to convince you or to trick you into thinking that the sex is more special than it is, and they want to make you they want to guilt trip you into thinking that you're devaluing this super special thing. You understand what I'm saying? They're like, oh, but my brother, you know, the energies and the chakras, you don't understand, my brother, because, you know, this is a sacred thing. You know, the energies, when we collide with the I'm like, no, stop the bullshit. You're bullshitting me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, stop bullshitting me. Like, we're having fucking sex. It's like, I remember this one dude, he put it so eloquently. He said, it's the same thing as like shaking hands. When you're having sex, your penis is going in the vagina, right? And you go back and forth. It's not that serious. Now, what happens is that there's energy exchanged in basically any type of situation that you're in, regardless of if it's sex, a handshake, talking to somebody, whatever. There's always energy exchange. But what happens is people like to make sex way more important than it actually is. You see what I'm saying? And make it seem as if like it's this super, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, it's this super sacred thing and I have to wait, and, you know, it's going to be, you know, it's going to be, you know, way more better if we wait. And it's like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And those are the same ones whenever you like have those conversations, end up getting ignorant and mad, like, oh, I hope your dick falls up. I hope you catch something.
Right.
The ones that put the pussy on the pedestal and come back and you get so nasty.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Because see, what it is a lot of these women, right? What happens is, and this is what I was saying earlier. A lot of these women, they've been in situations where they've had sex with guys, and a lot of these guys just left them high and dry. And these are guys that they probably liked and probably thought that there was something more that was going to happen, or she started to fall for the dude or whatever. And so you have a lot of women out there who they're resentful of the fact that they had sex with the guy and it didn't work out how they expected it to work out. You see what I mean? And so now they're making other guys sort of have to, you know, sort of like pay for that situation. You understand? So just because the other guy fucked and left her, you know, just to high and dry, she's like, oh, the next man I get with, you know, he has to show me that he's worth this and worth that and blah, blah. I'm like, no, it's not that serious. It's really not that serious. Because if I can get something from you that I can get from every other woman, how serious is it? You understand what I'm saying? Like, how serious is it? Like, it's not serious. And this is what I'm saying, where they try to make it seem as if it is, to throw you off, to extract more attention from you. You see what I'm saying? Right. And this is the thing. It's not only are the women trying to make you think it's serious, a lot of these dudes out here think it's serious. This is why they're so concerned about body counts. You feel what I'm saying? Where they're so concerned about, like, oh, well, she had sex with 12 guys. Oh my God, that's crazy. Like, you know, that means she's not going to be able to pair bond, and this is not going to happen, and that's not going to happen. And I'm just like, bro, it's just sex, my nigga. It's going to be all right. It's like, I've never, let me tell you something. Any issue that I've had with a woman, as far as her being either disrespectful or combative or whatever, was never directly correlated to her sex partners. I've had issues with women who had, fuck two dudes. You understand what I'm saying? I've had issues with women who had sex with hundreds of guys. So it's not the fucking sex partners, is this chick's just a bitch. That's it. She's a fucking bitch. That's all it is. I'm like, I don't understand. Because look, I've been with my wife for almost 14 years, right? My wife has a high body count. So how the fuck was I able to bond with her? You understand? My ex-girlfriend had a high body count. We were together for over 4 years. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't understand where is this thing where, like, because you see what I'm saying? Like, people make this super big deal about sex when it's not really that much of a big deal. Now, the thing that I don't like, and this is, I don't know if you saw the what show is that? I don't know if you saw the show on Netflix called Too Hot to Handle with right. So it's supposedly these 5 guys and 5 girls, and they have some other people come through, and they're like these really sexy, hot people, and they're on this, like, they're in this like resort, and so the thing of the show is that they have to stay there for 30 days, but they can't have any sex or kiss or none of that. Right. And so if they don't do that, then they win like $100,000 or some shit, right? So basically, what I liked about the show was, I was like, oh, this is interesting. This is like funny, and I'm watching it and shit. But what I didn't like about the show, and this is another point I want to make about sex, is that they made it seem as if, because this is what they were doing, because they weren't able to have sex, they made the people in the show seem as if they've got this epiphany, or they became better people because they stopped having sex. You understand what I'm saying? And so this is like the bullshit lie that they try to promote when it comes to casual sex. Like, well, if you have all this casual sex, you're never going to be able to connect with a person because all you want to do is fuck. That's not true. You can fuck and also connect with people you're meant to connect with. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, it's crazy. Crazy.
Right. And one thing I want to ask you is kind of off topic, just about, I know you said before, you got with your wife or whatnot, you were in a relationship and you cheated a lot and lied. And then you said, you wanted to change up. So what made you, or had you decide, enough was enough of the lying, because I was married, cheated, lied. And I'm, getting to that point too, where it's like, I don't want to lie. And I try not to, for the most part, but every now and then slip up. But just getting to that point of where you just don't, you're not worried about what people think or hurting their feelings if it's the truth. What made you get to that? And how did you get to that, higher place in your life?
As far as like just wanting to just be honest with shit and all that?
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. With my ex-girlfriend, what happened was, and this is a mistake that I made, and this is what really made me be like, yo, you got to just be 100 with shit. Is, I'm always like, yo, be honest, tell the truth, and all this other stuff, right? So when I got with my ex, I was honest with her, like, listen, I got a wife, right? But me and you can still kick it. We in an open relationship. Everything's cool. And we got together. We was making shit happen. But what I had noticed was, even though she knew I was fucking with other girls, when I would tell her, or we would get into a discussion about it, she would get really angry in certain situations, right? And so she would get angry, upset, sometimes probably cry a little bit. And so I felt bad about telling her, what I was doing with other chicks. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna stop just mentioning it, right? So then it went from me not mentioning it to like saying, oh, no, I was just doing this, even though I was fucking with another girl, because I didn't feel like getting her upset. I didn't feel like having to go through that bullshit, right? But what happened was, she caught me lying about it, and then it was this big fucking thing, right? And so I was like, damn, why am I even like, because in my mind, I was like, she already know I'm fucking with chicks, so I don't necessarily need to give her the details. But me withholding it, she was looking at it, well, you're lying about this and lying about that. And then I said I was, at this other place when I was doing whatever. And so I was like, damn, I'm falling into lying. You understand what I'm saying? And so because she saw that I was lying, right? That to me was one of the things that fucked up the relationship. Because now what happened is that she felt like, she's like, oh, well, I can't trust you because you're lying. Now, one thing is this, what I found out later was, she also was lying about some other shit outside of us too, whatever. But that's neither here nor there. But just me lying, I was lying because I felt like I was protecting her feelings. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But what I should have did was I should have kept it 100 raw, let her cry all that shit out and let her deal with it. You understand what I'm saying? And so
right.
that's where I started to realize was like, that was my mistake. Instead of letting her deal with it, I thought it was better to shield her from that feeling. And so instead of shielding people from the feeling of truth, you got to let them deal with the truth, which is why I like to go harder. You understand what I'm saying? Even more now. You know what I mean? Because it's
right.
like a thing where, you got to let people deal with it. But also at the end of the day, it's easier on you and it's easier on the other people at the end of the day. Now, the thing is this though, is that, and I always try to explain this to people. When you're being honest, that does not mean you need to reveal everything. You understand what I'm saying? So it's two different things. So the only time you need to reveal certain things is if it's relevant to what's actually happening in the situation, or it pertains to what's happening in the situation. So when I say be honest, I don't need to tell a chick that I'm fucking with that, I jerked off to Japanese porn yesterday. Like that has nothing to do with you. You don't need to hear all that. That's what I mean by you don't need to tell a person everything, because people think being honest means telling everybody every fucking single thing that you're doing at all times. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't got to tell you I took a shit and it was green and whatever the fuck it is. I don't got to tell niggas that. You understand what I'm saying? But being honest in the sense of, in the context of me dealing with this woman, what does she need to know at this juncture? And that's what it is. You be honest with that. You see what I'm saying? There's certain things she may not need to know, so you don't necessarily need to even talk about that. You see what I'm saying? So that's what people need to understand.
Okay, because I know because some girls would be or ask me like, oh, I'm seeing other women. Well, are you having sex with them? I'm like, listen, I'm seeing other girls. Take from that what you will. I don't think I need to get into details about it, but I'm just seeing other ladies. But
right.
Some of them are like, oh, if you're not telling me if you're having sex or not, then you're lying.
Right.
I'm not telling you that part.
Right. And that's the thing. And the thing is, you don't owe them that explanation. You feel what I'm saying? Unless it's relevant to the situation. So let's say, for example, you caught an STD, right? And then you would say, oh, hey, listen, I had sex with this girl the other day. She told me she had some shit. I'm starting to feel an itch a little bit. So I'm letting you know. That's what and because it's relevant to her knowing that information. But if none of that is relevant, we don't need to talk about this shit. And it's like, you're not lying about it because you don't owe them that account of what you're doing outside of them, again, because that's not your girlfriend. That's not your wife. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, where, that's what it is.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Because I get that, because they're saying like, well, if you don't tell me, how many other women you're sleeping with, then, you're not being truthful because you're omitting, I guess they call it lying by omission. Because if I don't tell them every detail, I'm just like, as long as I'm messing with others, that's all you need to know. You don't need the details. When we're hanging, we're hanging. What I do with somebody else and I'm not with you, not your business.
Right. And see, that's the thing. I don't necessarily agree with the whole thing of omitting is lying. Because again, like I said, if it's not relevant to you, you feel what I'm saying, or to the situation we have, then that means that you don't need to know this or you don't need to hear this because, I don't need to be telling you this. Like, it's not relevant to the actual situation between me and you. You see what I'm saying? Because like, let's say, for example, during the day, you know, I had a private conversation with my brother about something very personal between me and him and our family. You understand what I'm saying? And then I'm talking to a girl that I'm fucking with, and she says, "Oh, how was your day? What'd you do?" Right? I'll probably tell her a bunch of other shit, but I'm not mentioning the private conversation I had with my brother, right? Because that's none of your business. So you're not gonna be like, "Oh, well, you know, let's say a few weeks go by and she's like, why didn't you tell me about that private conversation with your brother? I found out because of such and such and such." I'm like, bitch, that's none of your business. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not lying to you. I'm just not telling you about that because that has nothing to do with you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just like, you know, people, this is what I'm saying. People love to try to find ways to get you to sort of do the things that they want you to do, or see themselves a certain type of way, or get a certain type of energy from you based off of them trying to sort of trick you or influence you into thinking that, oh, this is what it is, or this is some other thing, or you should be acting this way, or if you don't do this. No. Is this shit relevant? Does this shit make sense? Why are we doing the things that we're doing? You understand what I'm saying? Because again, like I said, even when we go back to the sex thing, you know, a person says, well, we should wait. Okay, cool. Give me a good reason why we should wait. You understand what I'm saying? Give me a good reason why we should wait. And if I don't hear a good reason, then everything you're saying about why we should wait is just shit that you've been taught or you've been regurgitating for years, and you don't know why the fuck you even do the shit you do. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, where a lot of things people try to put on you or say or you know, want to happen is usually based off of them trying to, you know, get their sort of agenda across. You understand what I'm saying? Because that same girl who's going to say, well, you know, you should tell me about this other girl or else you're lying. All she's trying to do is soak up information out of you so that she can use that, you know, to whatever she needs to use that for when she's dealing with you. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, right, I had girls, you know, I'm dealing with other girls, and it's like, well, what'd you do yesterday? And, you know, I'm going to be like, oh, I went to the store, you know, got a haircut. Really, what she really wanted to ask was, was you with that other chick?
Exactly, right. Right, exactly. Even that right there is still sort of manipulative, because if you say, oh, how's your day? What you really want to ask is, was you fucking somebody today? That's what you really want to ask. You want to ask, was I fucking somebody? You see what I'm saying? You don't give a fuck about my day. You just want to know if I was fucking somebody. You see what I'm saying? Right. And that's the thing, is that, you know, and that's what I'm saying. All of it is coming from a place of something else. It's not about the actual thing. It's like, this is why dudes be on that body count shit. It's not about, oh, how many niggas you had sex with. It's about, well, I feel a certain type of way knowing that you had a bunch of niggas, because that makes me feel weird. You understand what I'm saying? It's not about her having a bunch of niggas fucking her. And dudes love to use this thing about, you know, the body count makes the girl not be able to bond with you and all this other stuff, or the girl, she retains the DNA of the guy, which, you know, I've done research on that, and I can't find any fucking research that says women retains dudes' DNA. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand where all that came from, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like all these other things, and I'm just like, what is it really about? What's the underlying thing? You see what I'm saying? It's again, it's not to say that people need to be out here fucking and doing all this other stuff. Do what you want to do. But what I'm saying is, when a person is doing something and the reason why they're doing the things that they're doing is based off of some other societal shit they've been taught, and it's not really them doing it from the heart, then it's bullshit. You see what I'm saying? It's bullshit. You see what I mean? Because imagine you met a chick, right? And like, or imagine a guy meets a girl. The girl is on point, right? She's cooperative, right? She listens to what he says. You know, the sex is good. All this shit is crazy. But then he finds out she has sex with 60 dudes, right? Now, you trying to tell me you got an on-point chick who's doing what you say. She's consistent. She's doing all these things that a chick should be doing, but because she had sex with 60 dudes, you're done with her? That I don't know. And that just sounds stupid to me. You feel what I'm saying? That sounds stupid to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get that shit. I don't get that shit.
So that's all I wanted to ask, man. I appreciate the info as usual.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate the call, my brother. All right.
All right, man. You have a good one.
I'm gonna holler at you, man. Peace.
Peace.
All right. All right. Mercy, call up then if you want to call up. Yo, what's going on?
Yo, what's good, Mr. Locario? Mark Anthony from Houston.
What's going on, bro?
Miles Fun.
What's going on, bro? How you been?
Man, listen, bro. Okay, so I've known you since I was coming out of high school, 18 and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you've been helping me with the game, and now I'm 21, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was watching this show named, I'm pretty sure y'all have heard about it, named Too Hot to Handle.
Yeah, I was just talking about that, yeah.
Bro, when I tell you everything that I've been learning the past 4 years, literally from you, was just the same shit that I was just seeing on the show. It was like, yo, this show is evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Literally evidence of like what Mr. Locario and what Mr. Miles be talking about.
Right.
Like, I don't think niggas understand. Like, it really pisses me off. Right? It gets on my nerves when niggas call up and they're just talking about bullshit that they don't know nothing of. You feel me? Like,
right.
I see you talking to them. I see you trying to have a logical, conversation with them.
Mm-hmm.
But when you ask them questions, them niggas just be all over the place. And it's like, what type of conversations are y'all having? Like, in the show, to whatever the shit is called, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can tell, like, these people, like, these women love to fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these women love to fuck. And at the fact that they were telling them not to have sex was even really pissing them off. So you need to tell me that women that love to fuck and they're told not to fuck, that just tells you that in society, in the real world, when they're out there, they get fucked left and right.
Exactly, right. Exactly.
Right. And it just shows you that show also shows you about the niggas that keep talking about choosing signals. Because I heard there was one caller that called one time and he was talking about choosing signal. And you said, well, if she chooses you, what is she choosing you for?
Mm-hmm.
And she has to choose you again.
Right.
And you remember the guy in the show that was called Jesus or whatever?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you remember when he was he came in, this white chick came in, right, and was like, yo, this nigga is sexy.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't wait for him to approach. The nigga approached, but in such a shy ass way.
Right.
And this nigga was just on some lame ass conversation bullshit. And you can just literally tell this bitch's pussy was getting dried in a motherfucker.
Right.
So, when I was looking at that, I was like, yo, Mr. Locario be speaking facts, because Mr. Locario be like, yo, yes, you look good, but can you get her way?
Mm-hmm.
What is your conversational game like? That's going to determine if she's going to fuck you or not.
Right.
It's just like so much shit was just like evidence of like what you be talking about, man.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's what I'm saying. It was just, it was funny because like even in that show, you understand, there were dudes on there who they was like, they're fit dudes or whatever, all that other shit. And it was just like, there was even this one chick, it was a skinny chick, I think Australian chick, I think she was from Australia somewhere. And there was this big dude she went on a date with. And then she ended up starting to like this other new guy that came in who was like an average looking dude. So she was picking the average looking dude at first over the other guy, but then she stopped fucking with him and went to the other dude. So she was jumping from dude to dude to dude. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? And I like that they show these things, because what it shows is how quickly a woman is going to be like, you know what I'm saying? Her attention is going to be drawn to so many other guys. But see, a lot of guys, they think that those women are separate from other women just in general. And it's like, no, women in general are going to have that sort of sexual energy. Women in general are going to want to, make shit pop off. especially the funny part is a lot of guys, they want women who are, really good looking, who have nice bodies and all that. Most of the time, women who are really good looking and who have nice bodies are extremely sexual. You know what I'm saying? Because they like showing off their bodies. They like to be in, you know what I'm saying? So they already have that energy. You see what I mean?
Like this Lucario, like literally, like when you say like strike when the pussy's tight.
Mm-hmm.
You know that IG model from the show, she was on the show, she got with the nigga that was calling himself Alpha or whatever.
Right.
Or whatever. Yeah, like when she got with the nigga, she was already dealing with another nigga.
Right, exactly.
She got with that nigga just on some sex shit. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You can tell she wanted to break the rule off the bat.
Right.
This nigga was the one who was consistent. He
Mm-hmm.
was like, nah, we shouldn't. He wanted to fuck, but this nigga had more control. So that should tell you like a woman's sexual nature.
Mm-hmm.
It should just tell you something about a woman's sexual nature. And the fact that she kept turning this bitch down, bro. So you in the show, I'm pretty sure like it showed the next day, this bitch was on some other shit. Like she felt some type of way about the whole shit. So she was like, you know what? I'm dealing with another man, I don't know what to do about this. The show basically showed you how fickle women are.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
She don't want to fuck.
Mm-hmm.
It's like just a bunch of shit. So for all the niggas that be on some bullshit talking about, women and this and that, just go watch the fucking show.
Mm-hmm.
It's just proof to everything that you be talking about.
I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying. Like shows like that is good to check out because you see the fucking so the show's called Too Hot to Handle, guys. You got to go check that out on Netflix so you can see the dynamics of how the shit. You know what's funny? That same girl that you was talking about, what I found funny in the show. So there was this chick in the show. She was fucking with this white dude, and then she ended up fucking with the black guy, trying to fuck with the black guy, right? So the black guy turned her down. And if you notice at the beginning of the show, she was saying that, oh, guys always come up to me and, if I want a guy, I'll just smile at him and I could get him. So this woman wasn't used to getting turned down. And so what you noticed was she went back to the white dude after the black guy turned her down. You see what I'm saying? And she tried to save face. That's what all that was. She didn't like being turned down. So that's why she went back to the white dude. She didn't, you see what I'm saying? Right. She didn't go back to the white dude because she liked him like that. She went back to him because remember, she was ready to fuck the black guy that night. Remember they took a shower together? You see what I'm saying? Right. So women will do that where if a woman and this is the funny part, a lot of guys in the PUA community and all that, they would say, if you see a hot girl, try to pretend you don't like her or neck her and do all this other stuff. But what happens is that this girl who's not getting used to being rejected, she didn't want to fuck with the black dude no more. So a lot of times what will happen is if you let's say if you play in a game and you're trying to act like you don't like this girl, because a lot of guys be like, don't give her validation, act like you don't like her. Sometimes when a woman is used to being liked, if you act like you don't like her, she's not going to want to fuck with you because she's not used to that. So she's going to run back to what she's used to. You see what I'm saying? And so that's a lesson that dudes got to understand is that it's not all the time where you're playing hard to get or you're trying to act like, you don't like her, that's going to make her chase you. Sometimes if you show a woman you're not interested in her, that'll make her not want to fuck with you. You understand what I'm saying?
That's fucking crazy.
You see what I mean? This is why I be telling dudes, if you fucking with a chick, it's good to let the chick know you want to fuck with her. Because if she actually wants to fuck with you, she'll fuck with you. But if she's scared to get, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, Mr. Lucario, because niggas be thinking like they got to put in work just to get the bitch to fuck.
Right.
But in the show, it shows you that women want to fuck as soon as they see you. It's just a matter of don't fuck it up by the shit that you might say. You feel me?
Right.
That's just really what it is. And also something that the show proved is that bitches in relationships still want other niggas because the same IG bitch that was on some like, I just smile at niggas and they come to me. Remember when she was in the relationship with the white guy? She got back with the white guy, and some other nigga, some other bad boy niggas, some shit came in on the motherfucking show and asked the bitch to go on a date and she went on the date, you can tell she wanted to fuck.
Exactly. Right.
Bro, like it just shows you that even bitches in relationships want to fuck.
Exactly.
Like, you didn't have this nigga for boyfriend material, but other niggas that she was talking on the side, she just wanted to fuck.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. Dudes they gotta see these dynamics play out in real life, man. These chicks, man, look, if dudes want to stay asleep, that's on them. I'm just letting them know that they need to understand the dynamics of what's really popping off out here, man. But yo, man, I appreciate the call, my brother. I gotta get a few more of these, man. Always good to hear from you, my dude. All right? All right, man. I'm out at you, man. You be safe. That's real talk, man. You guys got to check out that show on Netflix, Too Hot to Handle. You, what's popping? You. Going once? Going twice? Yo. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Is there any feedback?
Nah, you good. Go ahead. What's good?
Hey, what's up, man? This is Sharp.
What's going on, bro?
Yeah, I just want to talk about like a couple of things. So, as far as the other caller that said like, I'll make it quick. As far as the other caller talk about how chicks like to like doing that topic about chicks like to kind of like twist things and make it seem like there's something wrong with you. When you're just because you want to pursue her or you're trying to pursue her in a certain way. And one time, man, because I've been through this shit too. Like one time, like what the caller was talking about. Because one time there was this chick with me. Quick story, like so I had like she was all the way out like PA. I'm from Jersey, and I had to go. I went all the way out there. Like she like had me on the biggest person. Like because I was like, yo, because we already like said like like sex is kind of implied in the situation, and. So I went down there, whatever, long story short. And she was just like, when I was trying to like get at her, like she was just like, oh, like because I want to fuck, or like I'm not gonna like I told her, oh, this is gonna push me away. Then she was like, oh, she was like trying to call me, oh, you're a broken man, like who hurt you and all this shit. I'm like, fellas, whenever you hear that shit, you just like all you do is plug your ears and turn the other way, man. I'm telling you, that shit is like that Jedi mind trick ain't gonna work on somebody who already studied under Yoda.
Yo, I'm telling you, man, these chicks out here, they'll mind fuck you if you let them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
It's funny as hell.
I'm telling you.
Y'all gotta laugh at that shit, fellas. Y'all gotta laugh at that. I'm telling you. Listen to this Lucario. And the next thing, I just want to say, you really gotta have like. Just found upon which the point, like with the last caller, when you were talking about the PUAs, because I used to study those guys too. Like D'Angelo and I don't know about the other guy's name, Mr. Magic or whatever the fuck his name was. But he wrote a book, and you just gotta have a feel for this shit, man. You can't always like whatever they call it, neg or whatever. Like insult her or to make you think that you don't like her or some shit like that. Nah, you kind of gotta have a feel for like when, like which kind of chick is gonna like what kind of thing she's gonna do, and like right? That's what I think.
Well, the thing is, you just gotta have a feel for like the energy in the situation when you're dealing with women.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of times what happens is you have to, it's like you got to have a feel for how things are going in an interaction, but also you have to understand certain things about female nature and how they operate. Because based off of, like, let's say, for example, if you see a girl who, let's say she's an IG model, right? And she looks really good, right? So just based off of that, okay, I know she get a bunch of dudes hitting her up in a DM simping. I know that she probably is, most likely insecure about certain things because when a chick is all about her look and it's all the looks thing with her, she already has some insecurities with her. So she's going to try to play it safe in certain situations. You also know that some of these chicks, they're in situations where they will act like their shit don't stink because they got a bunch of dudes gassing their head up. So it's a lot of different things that you know.
Arrogant.
Yeah, right, exactly. So you know that off the bat. Now it doesn't mean that every girl's like that, but it's a generality that you have in the back of your mind. Now, once you start talking to a chick like that, you talk to her and you feel the vibe out between you and her, but also with all that in the back of your head. You see what I'm saying? So when you start seeing those things coming out, that shit don't throw you off, or you don't fall into, you know, her being on some bullshit or whatever it is. So it's like, it's a combination of both those things, of like understanding the type of girl you're dealing with, and also feeling out the interaction, because that's going to give you the best results. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me?
One more thing I wanted to ask you about.
Mm-hmm.
So I just need a review on this, because I'm kind of like, kind of like, have my, I guess, you could say I've studied it and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But just a review on, just like chick I've been fucking with or whatever, just some chick I've been fucking with.
Right.
Like she said that, she would be, now it's been a while for me, but she said, like, since I've tried to do this or whatever, but she said that, she would be interested in a threesome.
Right. Okay.
So, I guess, I guess I should just go out and like we should go out more often when this COVID thing's done, and then kind of like, get into more situations and kind of let her do the work, right?
So you're saying that she says she's interested in a threesome?
Yeah.
And this is a girl you've been fucking already, or this, like, who is this girl to you?
Yeah, I've been fucking her. Yeah.
Okay, and so does she have anyone in mind that she can make it happen with, or is this something y'all gonna have to work it to get a chicken?
It was like a hypothetical thing that came, like, it's come up a lot, like a couple of times, like it's like a thing where she's like, yeah, I'd be open to doing it.
Mm.
But like, she just comes up with these stipulations like,
what'd she say? She said she come up with stipulations about what?
Like, oh, like, I don't want my pussy eaten out by that. Like,
so she's saying that as far as the chick is concerned, about she don't want the chick to do this to her, that to her.
Yeah, man.
Okay, well, I mean, shit, as long as she ain't trying to do some stipulations on you, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can figure that shit out and make it work. You know what I'm saying? Because if you got a chick that's really ready to make it happen, y'all just, you can find another chick and y'all can get that shit going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. She's like, really, like, I gotta find out she's down. Like, that's how you find out. Like, get that situation.
Yeah, keep that chick in the rotation. You know what I'm saying? And for those of you guys who want to know about getting threesomes and hooking up threesomes, go to my site, go to MrLocario.com and get the Bad Boys Guide to Dating DVD, because I have a bonus program on there that teaches you how to get threesomes. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, the DVD, huh? Okay.
Yeah, because it's a DVD that comes with some bonus audios, and on one of the bonus audios, it teaches you how to fuck with the threesomes and shit. You know what I'm saying?
What's that called?
It's called the Bad Boys Guide to Dating. Yeah, and it's an MP4 DVD, so it's a digital DVD. Well, it's not really a DVD. I call it DVD, but it's a digital MP4 that you can watch on your computer, and it has like bonus programs on there that talk about threesomes and all that other shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
All right.
Bad Boy got it out, man.
All right, bro. Appreciate the call, my brother. All right, man.
Thanks a lot.
All right, peace. All right. So the caller number 646-481-3901. Hold on. Yo, what's popping?
Yo, Locario, what's up?
What's going on?
Yo, this is Davion.
What's good?
Hey, yo, so I just wanted to tell you about this experience I had here recently. I think I know where I fucked up on this, but I wanted to let you put in your 2 cents on that. You know what I'm saying? So,
all right.
So I got this chick, right, and she was on my Snapchat, for some years, you know what I'm saying? And we never talked or nothing like that, but I knew of her and she knew of me, obviously.
Right.
So like I hollered at her, right? And I was pretty much like, I was like, yo, what's up? I was like, yo, we need to get together.
Mm.
She was like, yo, I'm with it. She's like, wait, hold on. Fuck. My bad, dude. No, okay, so I hollered at her. I was like, yo, we need to get together. And she sent me these eyeball emojis, right?
Mm.
So I took that as like, she trying to see what's up. Like, she trying to see what's popping.
Mm.
So my next message to her was, I'm going to come to your crib tonight and I'm going to bend you over and fuck the shit out you on your couch.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, yo, what? And I was like, yeah, I like to get straight to the point.
Mm.
And she was like, I see. And I was like, cool, so let's get it popping.
Mm.
And then she didn't respond to me after that.
Mm.
But she hit me up a couple of days later on IG, and she was like, excuse me, she was like, yo, did you hit me up on Snapchat the other day? And I was like, yeah, that was me. So I kind of figured she didn't know who I was on Snap because we never communicated or nothing like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But she know who I am, as, in person and shit.
Mm.
So she hit me up on IG, and I was like, yeah, that was me. I was like, text me.
Mm.
She was like, bet, you know what I'm saying? So like she was excited, she was ready, you know what I'm saying? So she texted me and like she was cooperative, everything was on point.
Mm.
And so I was like, yeah, so we need to get together, you know what I'm saying? So she was like, okay, bet. I was like, yeah, so when is you free? She was like, I'm free this weekend. I said, okay, so clear your Saturday because I'm gonna come through Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? She said, okay, so what we gonna do? So
oh God.
So yeah. So this is where it fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, I figured since I figured she knew what I was on because I already told her on the last conversation that I was gonna fuck her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's like midnight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in a little freaky mood or whatever. So I jumped straight into like a freaky text message. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't respond after that. So, I kind of feel like maybe, I don't know if the text was out of context, but I sent that because I felt like she already knew where I was, what I was on. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is this, man, when you're trying to set shit up with women, you have to get straight to the point about actually making it happen, meaning where and when, what time, what day. You understand what I'm saying? And then stick to that. So you want her to confirm the actual thing of the shit happening. You understand what I'm saying? So, because it seemed like you was just talking and saying back and forth, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But it's like, okay, when and what day am I seeing you? You understand what I'm saying? That's what you need to get out the way, because what it is that you just keep going back and forth, you know what I'm saying, talking all this shit, because then now it's like, oh, let's do this. And then she's like, oh, well, what's going to happen? Listen, we're going to do this, but what day you free? You understand what I'm saying? You want to always lock down a day and time to get her to confirm and commit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I did do that. I did that because I told her, I said, free your Saturday up, because she told me she was free this weekend. So I said, free your Saturday because I'm going to come through Saturday night. And did she say, and then what did she say after that? She said, what we going to do? She said, all right,
exactly. That's not a confirmation. That's what I'm saying. If you say free your Saturday up, you have to ask her, are you free Saturday? You need her to say, yes, I'm free Saturday. And then you say, cool, we'll meet on Saturday. She says, yes. It has to be a thing where she's confirming actually meeting, because now all she's doing is getting you into a loop of more attention. You see what I'm saying? Of you just giving her more attention. So you should see, I always tell guys, go directly for literally just asking them the question, right? So don't say free your Saturday up. Say, hey, are you free Saturday for me to come over? Right? And then she'll say yes or no. That's all she could say to that. You understand what I'm saying? And then if she says, oh, what we doing? Oh yeah, remember, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you. So are you free for me to come over Saturday? Yes or no? And then if she doesn't respond to that, you keep the shit pushing, and then you stop talking to her. Because the thing is, you need to cut all the fat out of your conversation. You see what I'm saying? It needs to just be straight like you ordering pizza. You understand what I'm saying?
Let me tell you though. But let me tell you, I mean, it was a pretty quick interaction. Like, it was a short text message, and she did say, because I said, "When are you free so we can get together?" And she said, "I'm free this weekend." And I said, "Okay, free your Saturday night so I can come. Then I'm gonna come through." And then she said, "Okay, what we gonna do?" And I basically said, "We're gonna fuck." And then she didn't respond. But I figured she already knew we was gonna fuck because I already told her that. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying you still.
Confirm. She did confirm though.
No, she didn't confirm. Because what time are you supposed to be there on Saturday?
I mean, we didn't. I said Saturday night, but
what time?
What time? Okay, we didn't set a time.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. There's no. Y'all don't have a time set. That's what I'm saying. Right. You got to have a day and time and place set. Day, time, and place. Once those three are set, and she says yes, that means that it's that means that she's confirmed. But then you still have to get her to reconfirm on the day. So that means on Saturday, you got to still hit her up and say, "Yo, we still free for Saturday. We still free for tonight at so-and-so time." And then once she says yes, boom, then it's on. But until any of that happens, it's all up in the air and there's no confirmation. That means there's no situation. You see what I mean?
Right.
You got to make sure that she's letting you know what the deal is. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that kind of goes with a lot of people be on the looks, money, status stuff. And I'll tell you, like, I'm a handsome dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm in shape. And I'll be getting money. You know what I'm saying? All that. So when you're not on point, when your game's not on point, you be slipping. You know what I mean? So,
right.
For people that be on that, you know what I'm saying? So.
Right. Now that's what I'm saying. Just make sure that you set them dates, day, time, and place. That's it. You feel what I'm saying?
For sure.
All right, bro.
Sure.
All right, man.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate the call, bro. I'm a holla.
All right.
All right, Mercy. Call up, man. Stop playing games. Hurry up and call up, Mercy. Hold on, let me see. Is this Mercy?
Hello?
Yo, is this Mercy?
Here's Mercy, man.
What's going on? What's popping with you?
Sorry, what did you say?
What happened?
So you said something. What did you say?
No, I said, what's good with you? What's going on?
All right, man. So basically, right now, I'm actually in a conference call. So you're in a call with another guy. We call from Google Hangouts, and I'm actually my friend's a Jamaican guy, and he came over and we smashed a couple girls and stuff. He has game, and you watched the live stream where you talked about Demythologizing and stuff, and he's slept with a lot of girls. He fucked a lot of girls and stuff. He's a dark skinned guy. He's tall. He's a bit older than me and stuff. He's quite experienced, and he's fucked a lot of girls, and he wants to talk to you. So I'm just gonna switch the call over to him.
No, I don't want to. I want to talk to you. I don't want you doing no fake ass Jamaican voice. I want to talk to you. What's going on with you?
No, I'm not doing a fake ass Jamaican voice.
No. This is what I want you to do. Tell your boy to call next. I want to talk to you right now. What's going on with you?
All right. I'll tell him to get off the call. 1 sec. Let me just go on mute so I can tell him to get off the call.
This nigga.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, yeah. I told him to get off the call.
So what's going on with you?
Next. All right. So basically, I was gonna talk about something. Basically, you talked about good dick and stuff. How it doesn't keep a girl, but my Jamaican friend, he's fucked a lot of girls, and he's got a lot of girls and stuff. He's pimped out a lot of girls, and he makes girls have sex for money and stuff, and he has sex with them. They're still with him. So how do you explain that?
How do I explain what?
How do you explain the fact that my Jamaican friend is more of a game artist than you?
What are you talking? I have no idea what you're talking about. You're saying your imaginary friend is getting a lot of sex because of what?
My imaginary friend. What you talk imaginary friend? What the fuck?
No, you said your imaginary friend, who's Jamaican, gets a lot of sex.
No, he's not imaginary, bro. He's a real guy.
Yeah. All right, so wait, hold on. So wait, let me hang up on you, and I want the Jamaican dude to call me from his number, and so we can talk. All right.
I call. All right.
All right. See, he said he'll call me right back because it's not this nigga do a Jamaican voice. Anyway, so what's good, people? What's popping in the chat? What's popping in the chat? Yo, who's this? You. Yo. These niggas. Yo, what's popping? Who's this?
Yo, Macario, what's good? I know I'm not the Jamaican dude. It's Hayes speaking.
What's going on?
I'm doing good. Yeah, I was kind of keep this short because I know the dude's gonna be calling back soon. But I was listening to the first call yesterday on your show about how like the stuff that you teach, like how it doesn't work and stuff.
Right.
Right now, here's the thing, right? Like I follow the stuff that you teach, and like I agree with mostly what you say, right? But like the only thing I can say just to that whole conversation is, I mean, it is a little bit easier if you already have like the goods presented to a woman like from the get go. Like if you're already a good-looking guy, if you already have like an aesthetically pleasing face, it just makes attraction like much easier. And like I understand that looks can't be universal, but I think we all know when someone is aesthetically pleasing. I mean, to the average person. I mean, that's just in my opinion,
I mean, yeah, it all depends because, like, yeah, a person's looks is going to attract, a person because that's the bait. That's what they see at first, right? They see your looks. But this is the problem that guys don't understand when it comes to dealing with women, right? The problem is guys look at attracting women how we think that women are attracted to us in the exact same way we're attracted to them, and that we also actually take action that they take action the same way we take action. And so that's the issue and that's the problem. So what I'm saying is that there's a reason why you can have a guy who's good looking, or a guy women would consider good looking, or people would consider good looking, and he still has trouble getting laid. Why is that? You feel what I'm saying? And then a woman who looks really good has no trouble getting dick. Why is that? Because it's a different type of dynamic. That's what I'm saying. So the thing is, what people try to do is that they try to simplify a certain thing that has a lot of different complexities to it. You see what I mean? So the thing is, yeah, a woman could see a guy and think he's good looking and all that other stuff. But again, like I say, that a lot of those black pill dudes and the make pill dudes and all that other stuff, they make it to where it's the end all be all, which is ridiculous. You see what I'm saying? Because I have a video that I did in like fucking probably 2014 on my channel. This is like 6-7 years ago, whatever, where I said saying looks matter and looks don't matter are both right, because both actually work in the spectrum of game. Meaning a woman can see you, think you look good, be like, oh my God, this guy's so sexy. She gets turned on by that. You got that sex appeal, and then she wants to fuck with you just straight off of that. You understand what I'm saying? Or a woman could be talking to a dude who's not even her type. She don't even think this motherfucker's cute, but he knows how to talk to her, get her in that feeling, and now she's sexually attracted to him based off that. So this is what I'm saying, where if a person is like, oh, well, it's only about looks or it's the end all be all, they don't understand women and they don't understand attraction. That's all I'm saying. You feel what I mean?
Well, listen, like I said, I'm a very basic guy when it comes to walking up this morning. Like, I'm not really a person that's just going to give you a whole paragraph on like why you should be. Yeah, I feel as if like my actions or my presence should be able to speak for itself. Now I know it's unrealistic for a woman to come up and say, "God, that's not a feminine characteristic." Right? What I'm basically saying is like you gotta have a little bit of like you gotta have game, but you also have to have everything at the table. You have to make sure you have the looks. You have to make sure you're able to talk to them, like you said. You know, but like to just think that, like, if a guy isn't aesthetically pleasing to the average woman, like if you think that you convince that guy that if he says the appropriate words and that woman's just gonna like answer his question just because, and I wouldn't necessarily agree with that. I mean, of course you gotta have game, but you also gotta make sure you smell good. You also have to make sure that you're not looking dirty. You know?
No, I agree. I agree, but answer me this question: how many guys are going out to the club looking dirty and looking shitty?
I mean, you got a lot of guys who are looking clean, you know. I mean, you also got a lot of guys who look clean and still not aesthetically pleasing to chicks as well.
Right, and then and what I'm saying is that every guy could actually build himself up to be the best version of himself, so that he attracts, I agree with that. Right, so that he attracts the types, so that he attracts women in general. So this is what I'm saying. So the thing is, see, and this is the part that y'all don't get, that guys don't be getting. If based off of how you look, like let's say you could be a guy who's 5'10" with a big ass beard and a bald head, and you stocky like a football player, right? So now there's gonna be women who are attracted to that look, right? And they'll be more attracted to that look than a guy who's 6 foot and who has a six pack, because that's her type. You understand what I'm saying? And so when dudes is talking about, well, it's just about looks, most of them will say, well, that 6 foot guy is the only one who's going to get girls, which is stupid. This is what I don't understand where these guys get this nonsense from. So that's what I'm saying.
What I'm telling you is this: of course, like, everyone has their own personal taste of what they consider sexual attraction, what they consider sex appeal. But what I'm saying is this: like, you can make a study, but we can make a competition or a study of a guy versus a certain guy, and I guarantee you that there's just going to be some people who say you'll have a study where, you know, most people will say, oh, okay, that person looks better than that person. You have another study that says that more people would agree with that person is certainly more pleasing than the other guy. Now, again, I wouldn't necessarily say that guy is like incapable or inferior or just not like, just doesn't have the capability of attracting women. Like you said, if you can make the best version out of yourself, then you can damn near do whatever you want. But what I'm saying is we cannot deny that, you know, like, looks for, everyone, you know, I've noticed, man, everyone just goes off of looks. No one gives you the benefit of the doubt. No one cares about your philosophy. They only just care for action. You know, people don't have the time to get to know you. They just go off of what they see, and they'll just automatically judge you from there. That's just the way the road is. I don't know.
Why y'all dudes? I swear, y'all just don't get it. Man, listen. What you have to understand is that, and let's say me and you go to a club or a party or whatever the fuck it is, right? And a chick sees you and she thinks you're cute or good looking, right? And then she sees me and thinks I'm good looking or cute. Then she sees another nigga and she thinks he's good looking and cute, right? Now what? Because we're all cute to her, right? We all look good to her. So now what?
You got a good point.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying, and this is what I'm saying. There's what, 7.8 billion people in the world. So what I'm saying is that every dude out there, you trying to tell, let's just be fair and say half is women. So let's say there's 3.4, 3.5 billion women in the world. You trying to tell me that an average looking dude, right? He ain't the best looking guy in the world. Let's even say he's like average height. He's like 5'9", right? Average looking dude, 5'9", dresses even regular. Let's just make him super regular. You trying to tell me out of 3.5 billion, let's even take away another billion because there's, you know, girls he can't get because they too young. Let's say, you know, 2.5 billion. out of 2.5 billion women, you think this regular 5'9" nigga can't get a woman? Can't get one that he likes? Not one? This is what I'm saying. I don't understand. Like, this is what I don't understand with these dudes. There's all these women in the world. You trying to tell me this nigga can't get one chick he want to fuck with? That don't make no fucking sense.
No, what I'm trying to explain to you is this. I've had plenty of chicks. I'm not the best looking guy, right? I have plenty of chicks that wanted to mess with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of chicks, right? But I've only had one. You know, I'm not really believing in God, but this is the God honest truth. I'm so serious. Yo, this chick was bad. I literally said no words. So all I heard was that she wanted to mess with me. Now I don't know if my presence, you know, made her believe, or at least made her think that I was an aesthetically pleasing guy, or just the way I carried myself. I didn't have any game. I didn't spit any game to her. I didn't, you know, really talk to that much. She just saw me. She told a friend of mine that she liked me, and we just started getting popping from there. Like, it was literally not that hard, dude. I'm just telling you my experience.
Yeah, because she was attracted to you. Yeah, because she was automatically attracted to you.
But she was bad, though. Is what I'm saying.
So what? Wait. What is? Hold on. Stop. What does her having to be bad have to do with anything?
What I'm trying to tell you is this, right? Like, in that situation, I got a really good looking woman, but I didn't really have to like sell myself. It's like she just came to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, yeah, because that woman was attracted to you. So I'm trying to understand what your point is.
What I'm trying to tell you is, you got certain guys who they don't necessarily have to sell themselves to attract women. Like they can just like flop onto you. And I'm just telling you this from experience. You know, like like.
And my point, and again, what does that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying, because I feel as if, like, it's like, I feel like you try to teach guys, like, how to get better with words. So I also want you to teach guys, you know, get better with the words, but also get better with the action, you know? Like, you should, like, it's just going to be easy for you to sell yourself to the woman that you're attracted to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should work on your appearance, and then you can use the words, and then it'll just be much easier to get the woman that you're attracted to. I'm just telling you,
no, but this is what I'm saying. You have to, but see, you have to work on everything though, because if you're saying, well, work on your parents first, and then no, we got to work on everything at the same time. You understand what I'm saying?
But the first thing a woman looks at, but the first thing seeing is believing. That's a universal fact. I'm sure.
Right, but this is what I'm asking you. What I'm asking you is this: how does a woman get to talk to a man?
I mean, listen.
No, I'm asking you. Yeah. How does a woman get to talk to a man in any type of flirtatious situation?
The man has to talk first.
Okay, so what are you talking about? Where he has to? No, he can. Any dude could take his 2 feet and walk over to any woman. Correct?
I think you're missing what I'm trying to tell you. Of course, any guy can talk to women, but can any guy get a woman after talking to her? No, right? So what I'm saying is, if you are going to talk to a woman, make sure that, like you said, you got everything in check. You got your looks in check. You got your game in check. You got your man.
No, I agree with you. But what you're saying though, you said you got to make sure that you look a certain way first, because you're still thinking that it's only about the look. That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's the first thing she's going to judge you off. That's the looks.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Who gives a fuck if she judge me off of shit? That's what I'm saying. Like, if I go and approach a woman, right, and I talk to her, you understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that, see, this reminds me of the choosing signals argument. A lot of dudes, y'all be like, well, I'm waiting for choosing signals, and maybe if I look good, she's gonna choose me. Cool. Let's say the girl checks you out from across the room, right? Let's say she thinks you look good, right? Or let's say you are looking good, right? And you go and approach her. She still has to choose you again. She still has to decide once y'all start talking.
Okay, but what I'm saying, all right, nothing in life is guaranteed. That's something I can agree with. You can agree with. What I'm saying is, if you have looked, if you have the game, all that does is increases the likelihood.
No, I agree. You know,
there's nothing like guaranteed. Leonardo DiCaprio could walk up to any chick. I'm not saying it's guaranteed that he's going to be able to fuck them all in one night, but he just has a increased likelihood compared to the average guy. Now, likelihood.
But this is what I'm asking you. Why do you? This is always my question. Why do you guys care that this other guy has more of a likelihood to get the chick than you?
No. Listen. I'm worried about myself. I mean, if that example made it seem like I was concerned about another man, then that wasn't my intent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but what I'm just trying to tell you is this. I'm just saying, just in my lifetime, the more I just focus on myself and started focusing and working just together and just said, forget everything else. Let me just improve my looks first, because that's the only thing. When you're at a job interview, when people first meet you, appearance is everything. Let me work on that. Then I'll work on the words. You know what I'm saying? Because actions do speak louder than words to a certain degree. You know, Let me ask you a question.
What? How hard do you think it is for the average woman to get a really good-looking guy?
I mean, it depends on how good the woman looks.
No.
It depends.
No, it doesn't.
Every person wants to be with a sexually pleasing mate, dude. That's the fact.
Say that again.
That's what I think.
Say that again.
In my opinion, I'm not trying to use my philosophy for everyone else's, but I'm saying in my head, every guy or every girl wants an aesthetically pleasing mate. You know, because when we see something that looks good to us, we want to. It's just through nature. We get sexually attracted to it. When I see an aesthetically pleasing.
No. This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying no. Listen what I'm about to tell you. I agree with what you're saying. Every person wants that, correct?
Yeah.
Does every person get that?
Absolutely not.
Okay. You just said, hold on. Yeah. You just said, wait, how many chicks have you smashed in your life?
Yeah, for me, how many chicks have I smashed?
Yes.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Probably, I'm all that one body. That's it.
You got one chick you smashed?
I'm dead serious. I'm not here to lie to you.
So the bad joint was the one chick you smashed.
Yeah.
So were there other women that weren't as bad as her that you wanted to smash?
I mean, the women that weren't as bad as her, they all wanted to fuck me, but they weren't aesthetically pleasing me, so I didn't smash.
Say that again.
I'm saying there were other chicks, right, that weren't aesthetically pleasing. That's a girl that I fucked that was aesthetically pleasing, right? And they all wanted to fuck me, but you know, I just wasn't sexually attracted to them. It wasn't anything that.
So you've never so wait. So this one chick you smashed is the only chick in your life. How old are you?
I'm 20.
Nigga, you mad young, bro. What are you talking about?
No, but
nigga, you so young. What are you talking about? So wait. So when did you smash this chick?
Probably like 2 years ago.
Niggas, okay, so you haven't had sex in 2 years.
With a good-looking chick, no. Anybody can have sex with a chick that's a girl. Look.
No. You haven't had sex in 2 years.
I've had sex in 2 years.
Okay, and you had sex with that one chick.
Yeah.
This is why you think the way you think. That's straight up. This is why you think the way you think.
I don't want to have sex with an ugly woman, though. I don't.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's the reason why you think the way you think. Because what I'm trying to get you to understand is that for example, there's guys out there who want a really bad chick, right? And they'll get some bad chicks, but they got 20, 30 girls under their belt that they fucked. And out of those 20 or 30 girls, maybe 4 of them was like they're tight, super bad chicks. But what happened is that they still got with other women who weren't as bad as that chick. So what I'm saying to you to illustrate is that even though they wanted something else, they still took something else that they may not have been their type. And women do the exact same thing. So what I mean is that you could be a woman's type and she'll be like, great, I got him. He's my type. I like this. This is on point. But she could meet another guy who isn't necessarily her type, but she will get with him You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that every person a person gets with isn't necessarily the person that's their first choice that they wanted. You understand? But there's something about that person that they were attracted to. So what I'm saying is that it's not just about you looking a certain way, and then that's going to be able to get you all of, because look, you could have probably got better chicks if you was working on your game. If you was working on your game overall. That's what I'm saying. Because I'm like,
it's just listen. I'm the type of dude, man. I just like women who are aesthetically pleasing to me. Is like,
say that again.
And I think I'm the type of dude where, number one, I don't like selling myself to anyone. You know, I work on my appearance first, and whoever comes to me that I find aesthetically attractive or aesthetically.
So you trying to tell me? Hold on. So you trying to tell me in 2 years you haven't found any chick that you thought was hot?
I mean, yeah, they were hot, just not to my standards. Not like the one who I was in bed with. Now she was a very good.
So dude, what kind of chicks are you, nigga? You in 2 years? Where you live?
I live in New York.
Nigga, I'm about to hang up on you. I'm about to hang up on this nigga. So you live in New York, nigga, and you trying to tell me you ain't find a bad chick in 2 years?
I mean, they were good, but I just, yo, bro, I literally just got lucky. I'm not lying.
See, that's what I'm saying. This is your mindset. So why you think you got lucky?
I mean, I guess she saw something in me, but she's just a very, very, very good-looking woman, and I saw women that didn't look as good as her, and I just wasn't attracted to them. So that's what I found.
Oh my God! How are you in New York? And how does chick look? How she look? What is she? How she look?
She's a black chick.
Black chick. What celebrity she look close to?
Fuck. Probably like. I don't want to jinx it. Like, I would rather show you what she looks like. You know, I don't want to sound like a liar.
No, it don't even matter what she looked like, because you might show me her and I might be like, she's all right. You understand what I'm saying? Because whatever's good looking to you is personal. You feel what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, you trying to tell me you haven't seen another black woman who looked that good in 2 years in New York, bro?
No. Of course, I've seen black women that look good, but what I'm saying is they didn't come up to me. You know? Here
we go. Now we get to the meat and potatoes of this shit. Now we get to the fucking meat and potatoes of this shit.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
There we go. See, so basically, you're waiting for choosing signals.
I mean, I just want to consider that choosing signals.
See, guys, this is what I told you guys. I've been trying to tell you guys this. This dude is waiting for choosing signals, and he's had sex with one woman in the past 2 years. This is what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying?
All right. My thing is this, right? So you expect a dude like me with a lot of pride, right, to just go out, right, and potentially just get. And mind you, I can walk up to a chick. This shit ain't nothing to me. But what I'm saying is, I got a lot of goddamn pride. I'm not about to just get rejected by 95 chicks and get one and say, oh yeah, that shit like created courage. Like, I don't take pride in losing. You understand what I'm saying? So,
you losing right now. What you mean you don't take pride in losing? What the fuck are you talking about?
Right. All right, but my thing is like, you try to congratulate dudes for getting rejected, but that's not.
No. I know. I congratulate dudes for being brave. Do you understand that?
So brave. All right, but my thing is, but see, that's what I'm saying. It's like we confuse courage with not being able to, you know, like succeed. My thing is, of course you're gonna lose that life. You're supposed to keep that shit at a very, 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 very low bar. Like, I wouldn't.
You're supposed to keep what at a low bar?
You're not supposed to be getting rejected every time you go outside, dude.
No, you're not getting rejected every time. What I'm saying is, you put yourself out there to interact so you can get shit going. What I'm saying is, I don't understand why y'all so scared of a chick. Like, do you understand? Okay, let me try to get you to understand this, right? So what you're saying to me is you saw women who you thought were attractive, right? That you probably, but you were waiting for them to come to you, right?
At least give me a sign that they wanted to be talked to, because no one's gonna make me feel like a bird.
Right, but guess what? Guess what though? All those women who did all those women who didn't approach you, they rejected you. Right? All those women who was probably thinking, "Oh, this guy's cute," but they didn't do nothing, so they rejected you. You got rejected by all those girls.
Maybe that's a reflection of how I was looking at it, because I've seen guys who didn't have to say not one word, but their actions just let it speak for itself, and they have women coming to them. So you think that there's dudes out here that's not getting rejected? I'm not saying it. Of course everyone loses, but the likelihood of them losing is very low, is what I'm saying.
If what? Is low of what?
It's lower compared to the guy who doesn't have the looks, who doesn't have,
So you think, hold on, so you think, Jesus Christ. Wait, so you think that if a guy is good looking, and first of all, most women aren't going to approach you anyway. That's rare. So the fact that this woman approach you, that's rare. That's one thing. Two, the most that these dudes are going to get is a signal from a woman that's showing she's attracted to him. That's two. Now, what happens is that just because a woman is throwing you a signal, that guy still has to approach the girl anyway. This is what I'm trying to. So even if you're waiting for choosing signals, you still got to approach women. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so you're telling me the girl that you fucked, you said that she came up to you and approached you?
No, it happened like, we were going to school, right? And then, she told her friend that she liked me, and it was just that simple. So she kind of like silently, made her move. Like, she didn't do it.
So you were in, so this is when you were 18.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you were in school, and a chick that seen you almost probably every day told your friend that she liked you, and then y'all got together and got it popping.
It was really that simple. I didn't have to work up to, I didn't have to say anything.
Right. And how many times do you think that's going to happen in your life right now?
I mean, shit. I don't know, man. Hopefully I can have more. But like I'm trying to tell you this, right? My appearance was always on point. You understand? I always made sure I had a good haircut. I always made sure that I was smelling great. I always made sure that I had my skin looking great. And that's what I'm saying. I don't really have to abuse. I use very little words. Like, they just flock onto me, and that's all I'm saying. Right now, I'm not, just because you're a good-looking guy, just because you're, like, above average looking guy, I'm not saying that's going to guarantee you to have a woman. Of course not, but what I'm saying is, all it does is just increase the likelihood of you to get success. Because the number one thing, regardless of game, regardless of life, the number one thing is to win. Right, and as a man, you're always going to have pride, and I don't want to just keep on losing and keep on losing.
But this is what I'm asking. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand, though. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. Is one chick every 2 years cool for you? Because if that's cool for you, then that's cool. That's how you're gonna roll.
I mean, it's not cool for me, but at the same time, I don't want to be going up to chicks and they look at me like, I'm a burden to them.
But why do you think they're gonna look at you as a burden? Because see, I think the thing is you have this huge fear of a chick not wanting to fuck with you and rejecting you. Like, it's like an ego thing or something with you.
It's not really a fear. It isn't really. Well, I mean, if you want to consider it fear, I just don't like losing. I've always been a good outcome.
But this is what I'm saying. What are you losing? Hold on. What are you losing by approaching a woman and her not wanting to get with you? What are you losing?
A little bit of my pride.
But what is your? That's what I'm saying. What's your pride got to do with anything though? Like what does that mean that some random chick you don't know doesn't want to give you her number or something? Like what is that? Why is that a big deal?
I'm a man with a lot of pride, bro. I don't like feeling like I want to always feel like I provided value to somebody, or like somebody appreciates my value. I don't want to chick feeling like she isn't able to appreciate my value. I'm fucking me. I know I'm capable of providing a lot.
All right. So how you gonna provide that value if you don't get get a chick to provide that value to?
Look, but she has to allow you to provide that value for it. I'm getting rejected.
All right, and you allow her to provide that for you to provide that value by you giving her the opportunity to choose. In fact, you're not giving these chicks the opportunity to choose you. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if women every day were approaching men, right? I would shut the fuck up. I wouldn't say nothing to you. I'll be like, do what you do. You understand? If chicks was always going up to dudes every day, hollering, trying to get at them, I say, bro, do what you're doing. But what I'm saying is that you lost your virginity at 18. That was 2 years ago by some chick in your school who saw you every day, who liked you, and who told your friend, and then y'all hooked it up. What I'm saying is that in the real world, it ain't gonna happen like that for you, bro. You understand what I'm saying? The most you're gonna get is a woman throwing you a choosing signal. And then what's gonna happen is you're still gonna have to approach her, right? And then what's gonna happen is even with that signal, it doesn't guarantee you're gonna get her. So what that means is that she can still reject you. Do you understand what I'm saying? It don't matter how good you're looking. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. So what I'm saying is if you ever want to have sex again in your life, if you ever want to have a girlfriend, if you ever want to have a team of women, if you ever want to have anything dealing with women and all that other shit, you're going to have to approach, period. And what that means is you're going to have to get rejected. This is what
But here's the thing, though. Like any guy can have sex with a girl, but I'm a dude who always preaches about quality over quantity. You know, I want good quality chicks because that's just what I'm sexually attracted to. My dick doesn't get hard.
Okay, so how are you going to get them? What's your game plan to getting them?
Just let them come to me.
They're not going to come to you, bro. This is what I'm trying to tell you. What I'm saying is this. How many women, okay, you haven't had sex in 2 years, but within the past 2 years, how many women have approached you that you thought were attractive that came up to you in the past 2 years?
0 woman.
Huh?
0 woman.
0. That's what I'm saying. So that's my question is, how are you going to get these women?
Well, I always look at, you know, just keep on improving your appearance and they'll just flock on to you, you know.
I'm just trying to explain to you that women don't do that. That's what I'm saying. There's only look, I'm telling you, there's a small percentage of guys, 0.0000.1% of guys where women will come up to them, and it's not that often. You understand what I'm saying? It's not that often. And even when they do come up, it may be women you're not attracted to. So what I'm saying is, this is what I want to know. Because you live in New York right now, right? Okay. Let's say when all this quarantine shit die down, right? And you go outside, you chilling with your boys, whatever, you understand? And you say you're 20 years old?
21.
21 years old now. So that means you could get into these clubs and these bars and all this other stuff. Now, let's say you go into these bars, these clubs, whatever, and you see, like, let's say you go into a bar, and you see like 5 bad chicks you like. What are you going to do?
Just sit down and just drink. You just have my drink. If one of them, you know, comes up to me, then and she lets me know that she wants to be talked to, then, you know, I make a move. But my thing is, I don't know if she had a bad day. I don't know. I just don't want to feel like, I don't want her to feel like, ego boost, this annoying guy talking to me, fuck out of here. No, I don't like, no.
So why do you think that's going to happen? Because didn't you say that you have a lot of value to give? So why do you think that's going to happen?
No, I do have a lot of value to give, but I also know that women just they have some type of ego superiority complex about them, where it's like they want to like purposely reject guys just to make themselves feel good, like, oh. Okay,
and okay, so since that's the case, do you think those women are women of value though?
I mean, they don't have to be women of value internally, although that they look very sexually pleased externally.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You putting value on these bullshit ass bitches and acting like they mean something. If I go up to a chick and she acts like a bitch, I'm not gonna feel bad that a bitch was being a bitch and be like, oh my God, no, you're a bitch. So what? I move on to a woman who's not a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I talk to somebody else who's not an asshole. It's that simple, right? So, but what I'm saying to you is that you have this it's your ego, and you have this fear of, you know, you feel like you're gonna get into a situation where you're talking to a woman who's a dick. Let her be a dick, and then you keep it pushing. That don't got nothing to do with you. She's a bitch before you approached her. She was a bitch while you was talking to her, and she's gonna be a bitch after you leave. You feel what I'm saying? So who cares about that shit? But my point is this: if you see 5 bad chicks in a spot that you want to talk to, I'm telling you now that there's a 99.9999999% chance she's not going to approach you. You understand what I'm saying? What she'll do is, or what they might do is, they might check you out. They might look at you, right? But you still have to go and approach them. And even when you do approach them, there's still a chance where they might reject you, even if they were checking you out. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. You can't have, you somebody you want to win. You can't win without the rejections. That's part of winning, is to be able to deal with the rejection. This is what I'm trying to say. Just like who's your favorite rap artist or musician?
I'd probably say Luke Bryan.
Who?
Luke Bryan. He's a country singer.
Okay, you think he had never dealt with rejection going to a fucking record label and trying to get his shit popped off? You know what I'm saying?
Probably not. But let me tell you something. He's a pretty damn good artist. But I just made the likelihood of people coming up to him.
No. What I'm saying is, on his way to becoming successful, do you think he got rejected by certain record labels?
Of course. Okay.
So then what? This is what I'm saying. So what makes you think that you're exempt from this? You know what I'm saying? Like, in order for you to get success, you gotta put yourself out there. And what happens is, when you put yourself out there, right, there's gonna be times where you're gonna get rejected. But in order for you to get to the point where you need to be, you gotta go through that. You understand? Because every woman's not gonna work out. Even if you can have a chick that you think is hot looking at you from across the room smiling. You understand what I'm saying? And then you go up and approach her, and guess what? She don't like the sound of your voice. Now she's not feeling you no more. It's that easy. So what I'm saying is, you can't avoid that. You have to go through a lot of different situations in order to find the woman you click with. See, that girl at your school that you fucked with, right? What happens is, now in the real world, you're going to have to go and find those type of women. And in order to find those type of women, guess what? You're going to run across women who don't want to talk to you, who are going to reject you. I'm sorry to give you this bad news, but hopefully you see it as good news. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want you sitting there going to the bar, waiting around and wondering, damn, how come I ain't getting no chicks wanting to fuck with me? How come I ain't getting no ass? Do not fall into this thing where you think that women are just going to come up to you because you look good. That ain't going to happen. You think you got pride? Women got pride like a motherfucker. Women be wanting to come up to niggas and they don't do it because they're scared to get. Women are more scared to get rejected than you. You know what I'm saying? So most of them ain't gonna put themselves in a position to do that. And that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you is that you have to take a more proactive approach in your situation in order to get success. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, man. Check this out, right? I'm 21 years old. I have my own apartment. You know, I got. I don't have the most money, but I have a fair share of finances. You know, it's just, again, I just got a lot of pride, dude. I always had a lot of pride in myself. That's probably my biggest.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Look,
my pet peeve, man. Just my pride, dude. I just hate losing. I always hated losing, you know. I always hated losing everything I did, man.
But what is what I'm gonna ask you though? What I'm gonna say is, what happens if 2 more years pass by and no chicks ain't approaching you? What are you gonna do then?
Dude, I'll just have to be like, you know what, this shit is just getting pathetic now, man. I'm gonna just have to figure something out because, like, check this out. Like, I'm a black guy, but the woman that I find attractive are Jewish women and Filipino women, right? And again, I try to look at my best as possible whenever I'm around these women, right? And sometimes, like, damn, like, I made sure I had on a nice breath, I made sure I had on, some nice clothes. And I'm not even a materialistic guy, I got, like, like the white boy swag, Yeah, like, like, and it still don't come up to me, and it was just like fuck, man. Like,
I know, because women don't do it like that. That's what I'm trying to tell. Bro, let me tell you something. I used to fucking model for Polo jeans back in the day. You understand what I'm saying? Back in the day, I used to model. And I used to hang out with dudes who are professional models. You understand what I'm saying? We would go out to clubs and spots and try to holler at chicks, right? These are the dudes you would see on the fucking, there was one dude I used to hang out with. He used to model for Abercrombie and Fitch and all these motherfuckers. This nigga, tall, good-looking dude with a London accent, all that other shit, right? These chicks wasn't fucking coming up to him. The girls wasn't coming up to the dudes that I was chilling with. Nobody was coming up to nobody. You understand? Once in a blue moon, you might have a chick check them out, but ain't nobody was coming, because women don't do that. This is what I'm trying to tell you. So what I'm saying is you're going to be sitting there wasting a lot of time waiting for chicks to come through and holler at you. You understand what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, is that you can't be scared of this shit, bro. So I'm saying, like, you gotta look at the rejections as nothing. Don't look at it as you're losing. Look at it as you're winning every time, because you're getting closer to the yes. That's what I'm saying. You understand?
And let's say if I wanted to marry a Filipino chick, like, I remember on live stream you were talking about how, these, like, the parents are, like, racist and shit. Because Filipino women, I mean, I love there's just something about those Filipinos. I don't know what it is, man. Shit, like, you telling me that the parents wouldn't allow me to marry them? To marry their, like.
I mean, no, it depends. No, I'm saying it depends on the actual. It depends on the actual woman, and depends on that particular family. I'm just saying in general, there are, if you're dating outside your race or your culture, whatever it is like that, and especially if you're a black man, there's a lot of people who, like,
I'm actually biracial. My mom's Jamaican, but my dad's biracial.
Nigga, you still black, bro. That you still a nigga. It don't matter. You still a nigga. It don't even matter. They gonna look at you as a black dude. It don't matter if you look like Drake or J. Cole. It don't make a difference. You still a nigga to them. So what I'm saying is that they're going to have, because, like, I've dated a few Filipino chicks, so they'll fuck with you on some, we could date and hook up and all that other stuff, but a lot of them have racist ass families and parents. You understand what I'm saying? And again, I'm generalizing, so I don't want nobody Filipino looking like Miss Locari. What the fuck is? No, I'm saying that there are situations where that happens. Just like with the white family, my wife's white, my girl's white. You understand? From what I've seen, I haven't seen too much racist shit going on in my wife's family. You understand what I'm saying? But actually, I haven't seen any, to tell you the truth. But what I'm saying is that there are things that go down like that. I'm not saying that everybody's going to be that way. What I'm saying is that you have to understand that that's something that could occur. You see what I mean? That you would need to know. You see what I'm saying? So
so the next time so this is Jewish. Her hair goes up to her knees, not literally, but almost. She's like 5'1", like little petite chick. She's a beautiful chick. So next time I see her, you tell me just cold approach.
Yes, just approach her and talk to her, bro. Yes. Yes, that's what you should do. You should go up to her and have a conversation with her and holler at the chick. You understand what I'm saying? Don't worry about the rejections. Get your rejections up. Go in, and next time you see, when all this quarantine shit die down or whatever, go out and get rejected by like 100 chicks in a few weeks. Just go in. You understand what I'm saying? Get desensitized to that shit, because that's part of the game, my dude. You understand what I'm saying? That's part of the game. You see what I mean? So don't sit there and think you're gonna be just posted up every day at the bar and chicks are just gonna flock to you and try to get with you all day. You understand what I'm saying? You'll be sitting there for a long time where nothing's fucking happening. You understand what I'm saying?
All right, man.
All right, bro.
Next time, juice. When I talk to that juice chick, I'm gonna let you know about it.
All right, bro. Let me know, bro. All right. I'll holler. All right, peace. Later. Man, these youngins, boy, with this shit. Y'all gotta know what this game's about. Well, listen, guys, I gotta head up out of here. So, let me shout out to the people who send donations. Hold on. My bad. Hold on. So, shout out to my dude, Apollo with the $5 donation, and shout out to my dude Elliot with the $15 donation. Remember, guys, you can always donate to the show. I appreciate all the donations. That's the donate button right there. Also, make sure you guys like the video. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you like the video. Also, guys, make sure you get this book, How to Have Sex 2 in a Day, ebook, hard copy, and audiobook. Make sure you go to MrLocario.com to get your copy today. Damn, I'll be burping and hiccuping and shit. God damn. So that's pretty much it. I will be back on, if not, maybe tomorrow night. I don't know, but definitely on Monday. You know what I'm saying? So I'll do another joint on Monday, and I will holler at you guys later. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.